Mama will be sign. Mama will be sign.
Hey bitches. Wait a minute, hold on, Miss Autograph. Hold on. Yeah, it's about that time, but it's about that time for the remix with your boy Derrick. Let's talk about it.
Good evening, and welcome to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derek. What's going on? Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's had a wonderful day. My day was I was pretty grateful for my day. No need to complain. Still here in the land of the living, so I'm grateful about that. I hope that you guys had a very eventful and productive day on today. Pay no attention to the noise in the background. That's my children. They just loud and ghetto. They get it from their mother. Anyway, um, so I'm happy again to have this opportunity to come before y'all, and we get to have some dialogue and some conversation, and I get to learn some things. You get to learn some things, and collectively, we all get to learn some things together. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I always do it and always have to say. No children allowed. Any musical sounds you hear in the background, I don't own the rights to none of it. None of it. Because trust me, if I did, I probably would be somewhere other than here. But since I don't, I'm here and I'm enjoying being here. Um, Today was eventful. You know, I don't have anything to complain about. I was today I actually went back and I looked at some old footage of of Stacey Abrams when she was like I don't know, and maybe it's just me, but I looked at the footage, you know, because I love her, I admire her, and I looked at the footage when she was on the View, and it seems to me that almost every time she was on the View, honey, Miss Megan McCain, I think she felt as though that it was her Republican duty to come for Miss Abrams, and I think she realized real quick that that wasn't the best thing to do. I'm like, it kind of, I mean, it caught me off guard, but it didn't caught me. It caught me off guard, but it didn't catch me off guard because, um, my opinion on Megan, I think she's just my opinion. I think she's wishy washy. You know, it's hard to tell. You know, one minute she can't stand Trump and can't stand the ground he walk on. The next minute it's like, oh, but he's the Republican girl. Anyway, I think that you have learned by now that Stacey Abrams is not the best candidate for you to try to come for. And I will give you this advice. The best way for you, Megan McCain, to come for Stacey Abrams is not to. Girl, leave it alone. You ain't get girl, you're not getting no brownie points. I don't think you're running for political office. Your father probably be looking at you side eye right about now, so it's okay, girl. I guess you know your purpose. But I can tell you what's not your purpose to come for Miss Stacey Abrams. Okay, you heard it here first. Hey bitches live, the remix with your boy Derek. Just not the thing to do, Miss Thing. Okay, all right. You have been warned, honey. So yeah, but that that thing, I mean, it really tickled me because I was like, um, I mean, I know you're a news reporter, blah blah, or whatever you are, girl. I don't know what the hell you are. You something, um, and I guess you get more feathers in your cap if you can come for somebody and make them fondle over their words. But girl, she was not. I'm telling you, honey. Listen to me. She was not the one. And she has proven that over and over, even in the midst of adversities. She's so cool, calm, and collected. Girl, she better than me. I.e., the election when she was running for the election. Girl, all that mess y'all people was shooting out, but she remained Stacey Abrams, you get all the props in the world from me. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Come on, hands up for Stacey Abrams. Yeah, I don't know why I was yet. I mean, I don't know um what I know. I was actually going through my phone and anything with Stacey Abrams that comes up, I'm normally on it like bam because she's a very positive influence in my life. I think she's a very positive influence in a lot of people's lives. So I just took it upon myself, and I was like, okay, well, let me look at this, and then I saw multiple times on different shows where she tried to come for Stacy, on the gun thing. I'm like, girl, when will you ever learn, honey? Learn. L to the E to the A. Yeah, learn. So she came for it several times, and I'm like, she was just like, walk right on by, honey, walk on by, girl, because what you say? She had made a statement, and I think I'm going to paraphrase. And y'all look at me, I'm up here, ain't got on no wig or nothing. I said that to my brother. He was like, "Oh, what, Helena coming up tonight?" I say, "No, child. My wig is my damn hat." And if y'all excuse me for 1 second, there, y'all know if I had on a shirt and tie or something, I probably wouldn't have on my hat, but I don't have on a shirt and tie. Okay. Well, while we worrying about that, y'all, guess what we're gonna do? Hey, Tiara, girl, what's going on? Hey, Mr. Buckner. Oh, we're gonna take a quick break because I need to find my wig, yo, because I got a lot to talk about and I don't need any distractions. Y'all know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take this so commercial break, and I'm gonna be back, and you're gonna be back with your boy Derrick on Hey Bitches Live, the remix. Let me go to this commercial, and I'm coming back, y'all. We ready to have some motherfucking conversation up on here tonight. Oh, you know what they say on it. Don't play with it, lay with it. I need to know all of that, honey. Okay, commercial break.
Come on now. Okay, black on. Get into it. Black on. Look at that David Ford right there. That's his thing. Black on. He don't know Tom. Look at that David Ford. That's his thing. He don't know Tom. Yeah. Yes. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can see the demons. I can't see the demons, but I can see the light.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
All right, child. You know what? Y'all have me doing some things. I know y'all can't see me, but I can see y'all. But check this out. Before we get into get back into Miss Stacey Abrams, I need y'all to do me a big favor. We're gonna talk about this commercial for a moment, okay? We're gonna talk about, honey. I'm sorry. Welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix. I am your boy Derrick. Let's talk about it. Check this out, y'all. Let's have a little conversation about that commercial. Oh Jesus, I can't answer right now. About that commercial. Y'all know where I'm going. Y'all, give me a second. It's an emergency. It's my sister-in-law. Oh God. All right, let me get this, and I'm gonna come right back, y'all. Okay. Eric, I need to put that little sticky peg up there because I always forget that. Anyway, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live with your boy Derrick. What's going on? I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. We are ready to get it the fuck in, okay? Now, y'all, that last commercial we just watched. Now, listen to me. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. Wait a minute. My glass is still dirty, child. What's going on? Gotta make sure I have I don't know what's going on it. But anyway, that last commercial we watched, honey, I enjoyed it. And yes, Eric, I'm so glad your honest doing better. God is good. God is good. Child, I forget sometimes, Miss Pat, but it's okay because God is good. Thank you, Eric. But back, y'all stop sidetrack to me, honey. Back to the commercial, honey. Ooh, girl, I'm trying to tell you, Mr. David Ford, I give you props for your products. Your commercial is a part of your products. Listen to me, honey. Listen to me right now. It was some people up on who could God from Zion. Some people up on that commercial. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Pat. Come on here, somebody. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me explain. Okay. Let me explain something to you. Throughout tonight is going to be a night of clarity. I'm going to be saying some things that's going to clarify some things for some people, and it's just going to be general information for others. All right, night of clarity. We're going to do this thing. But, honey, the commercial, David, Mr. David Ford, who child, the one child man hat was cut, hair was, whoo, whoever that barber is. Listen, honey. Y'all can girl say what you want, think what you think, honey. But honey, them men up on that commercial. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, good pick of actors or whatever. But honey, that child, ooh, yeah, that's one thing I like about the Nighthawk Network because we can just network. We can talk about commercials, but that commercial right there, bitch, I'm trying to tell you, woo. Let me get myself together here. But I almost see you, Mr. Ford, in your commercials. Oh, and your product too, of course. You know, the commercial is your product. Honey, I'm trying to tell you that. Come, ooh, I got goosebumps. Now let me stop. Ooh, child, I'm feeling it tonight. But anyway, like I was saying, to my girl Stacey Abrams, I give you mad props. I find myself going back and looking at interviews. She's very, like I said, she reminds me so much of Barbara Jordan because she speaks so eloquently and it just flows off the. I don't know. It's a gift because if you ever hear her speak, you never hear her say, and child, you got the gift of it. Even a bitch like me say, and sometimes. Okay. So yes, Miss Abrams, I give you your props. Thank you very much for being you, being your authentic self, honey. She is here for it, and I'm here with you, honey. We can go together. And y'all, listen. Don't pay no attention to my little almost hot pink with my little name up on there and all that kind of stuff. I have twin energies, honey, so it doesn't matter, honey. I am Derrick. Okay. Now, my wonderful brother, Mr. Eric Buckner, has a show, and I always get the name of it wrong. Game Time Audible. Okay, yeah. Forgot the name wrong. You'll see a commercial later, so we'll fix that. Okay. Um, they were talking about the Olympics last night, and it kind of, yeah, she does remind me of Barbara Jordan. She ain't put up not one comment tonight, but that's okay, girl. Work with me, honey. I'm just in a space right now. I just feel good out there. I feel good, baby. I feel good all over. Okay. Um, there's so many different facets to this Olympic thing, which of course we cannot leave out the money aspect of. As I was pondering over the Olympics as a whole, one thing kind of like stood out in the forefront of my mind about the whole Olympic thing. Period. I'm like, okay, so this country was elected to host the Olympics. Most of the times, I think most of the time, at least 4 years in advance. I'm gonna say at least. Um, so this country put out all this money, and trust me, when it comes to Olympics, to have your Olympics be one of the Olympics to be talked about, baby, money needs to be, yeah, money needs to be put out. So this country put out all this money. The Olympics has been in limbo. We don't know if they're canceled. We don't know if they are going to cancel. I'm like stuck between a rock and hard place because if they don't cancel it, how many countries are going to allow their athletes to go? Because keep in mind, the housing and things for the athletes are already built. Well, they've been built because the Olympics was supposed to happen in 2020. So if they have them, I'm just thinking that possibly only a portion of the village is going to be filled with athletes, depending on what the higher ups of the Olympics decide what countries are going and what countries aren't going. If they have them, this most definitely is not going to be a well represented Olympics because, like I say, a lot of countries. I'm just assuming that look, views and opinions on this show are strictly mine. God damn it. Um, it's like a no-win situation, no matter how you slice it. I mean, I would not want to be the person that's in charge of the United States Olympic Committee and or the persons that would say yes, go. I don't. I don't. Right. So I'm like, I don't know. And then even if you do have it, like I say, the amount of participation you're gonna have in the Olympics is trust me, it's not even a portion of the money you put out to present these Olympics. And you ask yourself, is that how can that country recap that money? Because nobody thinks that the Olympics are going to be canceled, but like I say, even if they aren't canceled, they're going to be partially participation on either side, even down as far as you know the press, everything. I mean, it's it's a dangerous decision that somebody's going to have to make for each country. And guess what? I, Derrick Smith, am glad I'm not the one to have to make that decision. Because the only thing I would be able to say is I'm not telling you not to go. I'm not telling you to go. The decision is totally yours. So, and have you sign a damn paper stating it to that effect? Sure will. We're going to take a commercial break and we will be back. It's a big risk on everybody, Miss Pat. That's the sad thing, but we're going to come back and finish this conversation because, see, I like conversations like this. It lets me see how intelligent you guys are. Praise the Lord. I'm trying to, I tell people one thing, but do they ever listen? Hell no. Oh. Hey, 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 and welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. And Miss Pat, you're right as far as this is concerned. It's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. But at the end of the day, there's no way possible unless they whenever they decide to do these Olympics again. And like I said, I think they should wait until 2024. That would also keep them on the every 4 year path. Because right now, even if they do it this year, um, if they do it this year, then to stay on that every 4 years, then they would have to do it again in 2024. So I think they should just scrap the whole thing. 2024, let the same country who was going to host the Olympics this year, and because of COVID, they couldn't let them host the Olympics in 2024. And that is my final answer. Okay. So yeah, I mean, what do y'all say about it? I mean, and and then I also realized that for a lot of the athletes, this is and will be their last Olympics for whatever reason, maybe mentally, physically. Their body is not going to hold out for another. Well, now it'll be 3 years, but another 3 years to be ready to participate in another Olympics. So it's like Miss Pat says, it catch 22. You damned if you do, and you damned if you don't. And if an athlete go over there for whatever reason and they catch COVID over there, then who's to blame? Is it the country that sent the athlete, or is it the athlete for going? Period. It's honey. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful to God that I'm not in that place where I'm having to make a decision for any of those people because And like I said, at the end of the day, um, that country that has been slated to host these Olympics, and they're not. There's a possibility, like I said, that they won't have the Olympics this year, and there's a possibility if they do, I can almost guarantee you they would not have the amount of participants as in if this was a non-pandemic Olympics. So I mean, that first of all, I can't even remember who is hosting the Olympics. Some Asian country, but anywho, I just just thinking, I'm like, well, how much? You know what? I ain't got the thing. It's called the tablet. People hit this damn keyboard. And that's inquiring minds want to know because I want to know how much money was spent to host the 2020 Olympics. We're gonna
According to Olympic.org, congratulations to the city of Tokyo on its election as host of the 2020 Olympic Games, said IOC President Jacques Rogge.
mm-hmm. Mm. Tokyo was in Tokyo, so they have Nova in Tokyo. And I mean, if you have any insight or know anything, a little bit of knowledge about the Olympics are a financial home run for the country that hosted, and but that's only for a Olympics that's not being held during a pandemic. I don't know how many other Olympics were held during a pandemic, but I know at this particular point in time, that's you have vendors from everywhere. It's just like money to be made for the city, the state, or whatever, who's hosting part of the Olympics. Because like I think hypothetically, if DC would ever host the Olympics, I think they would probably have some venues in Baltimore, some venues in PG County. So all of those parts of the Olympic experience. Um, it's deep. That's listen, y'all. Let's really get into it. That's a lot of damn money. I mean, if you say, well, we're gonna work around the housing thing, and you have some of your local colleges allowing you to use their dorms for housing of the athletes, yes, but keep in mind you still gonna have to pay them damn. Listen to me, honey. I don't think there's a college in the nation that's gonna say, "Oh yeah, you can take ass students dorm," because some students don't ever go home or whatever. Take out, girl. They might give you them dorms, but it's gonna cost you because if they do it right, the money that they're charging you, they also gonna have to kick off a couple of dollars to the students who say they're or something and can't because you try to make a couple of dollars. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, listen to experience, honey. Thank you, Miss Pat. It is. But it's like if they have it, which we all know that it's going to be a partial Olympics, period. But if they don't have it, just allow them to host the Olympics in 2024. They can start off fresh, and they won't come up with. Sorry, girl. If y'all have these Olympics this year, y'all. This is going to be Olympics that's going to end up in the negative. I'm trying, girl. Honey, I'm trying to tell you, vaccine or not, honey. Like I said, I apologize for all the people who this would have been your last Olympics. Blah 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 blah. Sorry, but girl, you have to decide for yourself what's more important. You having that gold medal around your neck, or and being buried in it, or girl, make it no. Well, I said what I said, and I said it. Okay. So no, I don't. They're still not giving me what I want, y'all. I'm gonna try this again. How much did Tokyo spend on hosting the 2020 Olympics?
According to Wikipedia, the president of the Japanese Olympic Committee, Tsunekazu Takeda, stated in April 2012 that hosting the Games could generate $2 billion for Tokyo.
Ooh. So their bid was $75 million. Yeah, in 2016, they also bid for the Olympics that they didn't win it. They didn't get it. But, girl, they bid $150 million. Girl, that's a lot of damn money. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. So just think all that money. Right, and that is true, Miss Pat. But then you also know we also know that there's a large population of children who are who are in college and live the dorm life, and you know some of them don't go home for the holidays because they don't want to go home or they can't go home. Let's get into that, okay? So so it's they have spent a lot of money because with the process they have to put forth a bid and say, well, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this, and give like a blueprint of the whole Olympic experience. So excuse me, that's a lot of time, that's a lot of energy, and that's a lot of money just to get to that point. Because you're going to have to contract people out to give you a mocked up scale of what the village is going to look. Yeah, so this presentation, honey, I tell you this. I don't know how Miss Atlanta did it, but honey, Miss Atlanta did it when she hosted the Olympics in '96. Girl, I was like, oh girl, Miss Atlanta is okay. Miss Atlanta is doing a little something, something. The first Southern state to host the Olympics, honey. Okay, Miss Atlanta. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot of time and a whole lot of money. And Miss Tokyo, Miss Tokyo, Miss Tokyo. If you had the Olympics this year, you heard of me. Maybe it's live remix with your boy Derrick. Hey Eric, if you host the Olympics now, I don't see any way possible that you would recoup all of the money that you put out to host these Olympics. That's just my opinion. I can do that. That's why it's called Hey Bitches Live the Remix with your boy Derrick. So like I said, I don't see there's any way possible that you can be able to even recoup. You'll recoup a portion if you still have the Olympics, but you're not going to recoup it to the extent where as though that you're going to break even. I don't see that happening. Okay, I'm not a financial wizard or anything like that. I'm not an accountant, honey. But nah, girl, you're not going to recoup all your money. Now, what I would say to you, honey, is just go ahead and say, okay, girl, let it go. And y'all just let us host the Olympics in 2024, and whoever's supposed to host them in 2024, they just host them in 2028, girl. But yeah, that would be, but doesn't matter because it's not like you fucking listening to me. But that would be my suggestions for the Tokyo Olympic Committee. Thank you, and you heard it first on here. Hey, bitches, live the remix with your motherfucking boy Derrick. Oh. So yeah, Miss Patty, it is that. I mean, it's just like I don't. I just do not see a win-win situation. Hey, son, honey, I just don't see no win-win situation for Miss Tokyo at all, honey. Now, yes, I do. I lied, honey. I see a win situation if she just go to the Olympic Committee and say, look, Miss Betty Sue, look, there's no way possible we're going to recoup all the money we put out to be the fabulous host of the 2020 Olympics. No, there's no way we're going to recoup all of that if we still have the Olympics here now, 2021. It's not going to happen, girl. You ain't going to get close to it, okay? Girl, listen to this bitch right here. I got a little bit of sense, honey. And you know what, Eric? And I was thinking that too, but the only reason why I wouldn't, this is my logic, and it's my motherfucking logic, okay? Because they do the Olympics every 4 years, the Summer Olympics anyway, okay? Right. Supposed to have them 2020, okay? They don't need to do them in 2021. But if they do them to 2022, my question would be, to keep it on the 4-year cycle, do you still again have it in 2024? And my motherfucking response to that is, nip it in the bud. No 2021, no 2022, no 23. Go ahead having a 24 because hopefully everything will be safe and clear then. Then you just push back whoever's supposed to host in 2024 because I do think that they may have not started building their Olympic Village, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Let Tokyo host it in 2024. Then they will probably have a real good chance of recouping, a better chance of recouping more money that way because hopefully, praise be to God from on high, the pandemic will be done. Bye-bye. See you later. How you doing? Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, and you know what, Eric? I you know we can have these conversations all day long, Hardy. I just, you know, they have fought right and see that's what I'm saying. Paris is the host of the 20 and see it's no matter how okay let me tell you this is how I feel about it because you know how my motherfucking is about how this mouth is, Hardy. This is about think about it. No matter how you slice it, when you decide to have it, Tokyo is gonna just take a fucking loss. No, that's not true. The only way the only way Tokyo could avoid not taking the loss is that if they do it in 2022, the pandemic is not where it is now. Because I wouldn't give a fuck if it was 2029. If the pandemic is where it is, or the pandemic has cleared up in 2022, I say go for it. The reason why I say 2024 is because that's when the next Olympics was supposed to be. Tokyo, we love you, girl, but you just gonna lose some damn money. Period. No matter how you slice it. Now, if they give it to Tokyo in 2022, then I also think that they should do it again in 2024. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna do this because I'm not gonna y'all give me a second. I got something that I want to say, but I need clarity. You know, I say tonight is gonna be a night that I'm gonna clarify some things. So before I say what I have to say, honey, I need to clarify some things. Okay? I didn't play this for you earlier, but guess what? Check this out.
The views and opinions of your boy Derrick are those of the host and does not necessarily reflect that of the Nighthawk Network or the views and opinions of its associate members. Viewer and listening discretion is advised.
I'm back. Hey, bitches. Live remix with your boy Derrick. Here I am. We're talking about the Olympics. I don't know. It's a big. Y'all hold on for me. See, I caught myself that time. Y'all bitches thought you was gonna catch me, bitch. I unmuted the goddamn mic, okay? Hey, bitches. Welcome back to Hey Bitches Live with your boy, Derrick. You know how we do it. We talk about shit that a lot of people want to talk about, and they scared to talk about it. I ain't scared. What's up? What'd you say? I'm gonna put these messages up here because I pride myself in doing these shows and giving everybody an opportunity to read your comments, and the thing about this show is my shit is my shit. I believe it. I believe you believe it. You believe it. And at the end of the day, we still gonna say, hey, bitch. Yeah, that sort of thing. Okay. My daughter volunteers for the Special Olympics. She wore the hat they gave her for volunteering to work, and someone asked her, did she participate? You know what, Miss Pat? I love you, God, girl. You know I love you, but bitch. I ain't gonna lie, girl. We're gonna move on to the next. We're gonna move on to Hugh Lee because that thing that would be a whole nother goddamn show, honey. I'm trying to tell you. 2024 would be perfect time. And Hugh Lee, I'm like that too. I just don't think it's safe to have different people around. Well, and yeah, I'm so glad. I get excited when I have my show because, like I tell people, I'm a gay African American male, but this is not a gay show. We talk about some real shit up in here, and every once in a while, Helena comes up in this bitch and she shuts it down. Anyway, 24, yeah, and that's just me. I mean, I know some of you people don't agree with me, but that's okay. Don't agree with me? Have your own show and talk about it. All right, okay. Y'all know what I do. Hey, bitches, let me see. According to news report, over 80% of Japanese citizens are against holding. I would be against it too. Now, I ain't gonna lie. But if they had one, they could send Donald Trump. Girl, ain't that a bitch? Oh, girl, you know how I do. I'm not playing with it, honey. They need to impeach his ass. Oh, let me stop because I'll get sidetracked. But you know how we do, honey. This is for the adult only, honey. We say no children allowed. And I'm not talking about only age because I know a lot of people old as hell and they're mentally still children. Come on, somebody. Touch your neighbor, say neighbor. Oh, neighbor. I know a couple. Right church, wrong motherfucking pew, okay? Yeah, and I would be too. You bringing all these people over here from all these different countries, and what kind of guarantee do you have that all these people have been vaccinated? And I'm about ready to tell you some real good shit that's gonna blow your mind. Because you know what? Any paper that one man give you, another man know how to copy that bitch. So what guarantee? Just because you give me a paper, what do I know that you're gonna tell me that this paper is authentic and this person has been vaccinated? Come on, I'm listening. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I need some questions. I need some answers. Hey. No, I don't. That's no. It's so many holes that you can that you can poke. Honey, I'm trying to tell you, Miss Pat, I ain't gonna lie. I love you to life. Your front door is open. But honey, when you said that your daughter wore that hat to work, and Miss Pat, I love you, honey. I love you to life. Listen to me, girl. I love you to life. But honey, when you told me that, I could have rolled all over the goddamn place, girl. When you told me that, y'all remember I told you about the night I got drunk and I ran into the damn sofa bed and said, excuse me, y'all. Girl, let me tell you. But Miss Pat, if I was there, you probably would say, Helena. I would say, girl, it ain't Helena right now. That's Derrick. That's some funny shit. But I'm trying to tell you. Miss Pat, I know you didn't laugh in the baby's face. But no, honey, I'm blessed that I don't go through those things. So yeah, Hugh, I'm most definitely. I just think 2024 would be the ideal time to have the Olympics. And if Paris had, that might, I don't know. Paris may have already started preparing, like building stuff. So no matter how you slice it, they should wait until 2024. They need to come up with a GoFundMe page for Tokyo to get some of their money back or something. Because at the end of the day, Tokyo has lost some money hosting these Olympics, and it's not their fault. You know what these cities need to do? These cities that host these Olympics, well, you think that they would be logical enough. You would think that these cities who host these Olympics um take it upon themselves to get insurance because that's a lot of money. Girl, let me tell you, the money that they spend on hosting these damn Olympics is no joke. That's why they have so many damn commercials because bitch they gotta pay for that shit. That shit ain't free. And then now in the Olympics, some of the athletes are actually professional now, so they want to get paid. So it's a I hope you wasn't laughing in her face, Miss Pat. That wasn't a girl. I would have fell out. But no, so I mean that's just where I am with the Olympics. Like I say, that's just my opinion. I know you guys may think differently, but that's why I love this show because everybody has their own mind and that's a good thing. But honey, we're gonna come back after this commercial. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the Olympics, but then we're gonna move into a segment of the show where we're gonna talk about the 9-year-old girl who was pepper sprayed. Yeah, we need to have some real good conversation about that because I need to hear what you parents have to say about that because that shit right there. Okay, they receive a lot of grants, but they still put out a lot of money. Look, girl, let me tell you something. They just need to wait until 2024 because I would not want to be responsible. I would not want to be responsible for sending people over there and then people getting damn corona and all that kind of stuff. So, honey, let me tell you, we're gonna go for a commercial break, and now I'm gonna be back, and we're gonna talk about them officers who makes that 9-year-old child in the back of a police car with handcuffs on. I'm trying to, after the child mother called the police and said, "My child is threatening to harm herself and me." Where was the mental professional? Bitch, ain't none of you police officers got no mental training. Okay, we're gonna come back and talk about that, girl. We already have a conversation. We're going to our commercial break, girl.
Was mentally unstable, and but let me tell you something. That happens all the time. But with that black.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Behind the Blue Curtain, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Unscripted talk on police reform and race relations.
And now, Behind the Blue Curtain's law enforcement liaison, retired 32-year Chicago police veteran, homicide detective, former commander, sergeant, grant writer, lecturer, and adjunct professor, Joseph J. Mosley.
Behind the Blue Curtain's Minister of Common Sense, former 12-year Fort Worth police officer, educator, voice of reason, and unapologetic practitioner of sound judgment, the young scholar, LaRonda Young.
Behind the Blue Curtains co-host, fact checker, and investigative journalist Isidoro Rodriguez.
All right, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. What's up? What's up? What's up? Had to take care of some family business. Glad you guys stayed with me. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk, honey, honey, honey. Listen, we fitting to talk about the 9-year-old little girl that was pepper sprayed while in back of a police car in Rochester, New York, while she was handcuffed. Let me get this off the screen because I'm gonna speak my piece on this situation. Okay, here we go. You have a mother that calls the police department, stating, "My 9-year-old daughter is threatening to harm herself and me." Okay, I'm not a police officer, not trained as one, and my mindset is I think I also probably know there are not many police officers that's trained on how to deal with a child in crisis of that magnitude. Then therefore, when you got that call, there's no way possible you're gonna tell me that your police department is not no way at all connected to a mental health facility. Period. Just my opinion. In my opinion, when y'all arrived on the scene and a short time thereafter, there should have been some kind of mental health professional there just from the phone call alone. Now, of course, we know when you begin to ask questions, most people claim to fame is this matter is still under investigation, so therefore we're not at liberty to discuss. Cute little loophole. That's cute. I like that. Okay. The internal investigation is still going on, so naturally, nobody can say anything about the investigation, i.e., still under investigation. Now, this is what I want you to hear. Videos of protesters showed hundreds of people marching on Rochester's snowy streets chanting Black Lives Matter and gathering outside city's police station on Monday night as state officials, including Governor Andrew Cuomo, condemned the officers' action. This isn't how a police should treat anyone, let alone a 9-year-old girl, Cuomo said in a statement. What happened in Rochester is on Friday is deeply disturbing and wholly unacceptable, Attorney General James said in a statement. Such use of force and pepper spray should never be deployed against a child, period. My office is looking into what transpired and how a child ever subjected to such danger. This, honey, let me tell you. I want to read this thing that that the that the I think the president of the Fraternal Order of Police just said, and I'm trying to find it, y'all. Give me a moment. It blew my mind and pissed me off. Okay, here we go. The city police union also did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but in comments cited by the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle, union president Mike Miso said the officer made a decision to subdue the girl and acted in a way that didn't injure her. First of all, little boy, little man, little girl, whatever you are, period. Where do you come off with the notion saying that the child was not injured and the child was pepper sprayed? And from what I saw on the video, she was pepper sprayed twice because, if I'm not mistaken, I heard one officer say, "I got her," and it was said that the female officer sprayed her too. So my thing is to the whole situation is why was there not a mental health professional brought in, period, during that whole altercation? Yeah, there may have been a couple of minutes where he or she, the mental health professional, would not have been there. But apparently you guys are not trained to handle children in crisis, because if you were, you would not have came out of your mouth and said, "You're acting like a child." Excuse me, boo. She's 9. What the fuck is she, an adult? That's one reason that I can soundly say there was no officer at that particular point in time with this incident that was properly trained, to handle a situation of that magnitude, because if there was, that would not have ever happened. End of story. Boop. I'm sorry. And of course, 3 officers have been suspended, but you know me, I'm nosy. I mean, 3 officers have been suspended, but that's all they say. But see, I need to know, honey, are you expended? Are you suspended with pay or without pay? Because bitch, my thing is something needs to be done, and an example needs to be made, and who better to make an example out of than these 3? Look, you know you got to do the internal investigation. We know all about that. But girls, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to start suspending some of these officer asses without pay. I mean, it's like, and I guess there's a way that the union get around that too. You can't suspend them without, girl. That situation. They lucky it wasn't me. I would have filed legal. Yes, and I'm hoping. Period. A mental health professional should have been present in a situation like that. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. It don't even matter. That should have been a part of that equation. And I'm going to use that to step into. Look at all of the children, not even the children, the adults who have mental illnesses, and they were taken down and are taken out of here because there were no police officers that were able to deal with it. So I mean, where is it written that when you're faced with a situation of that magnitude, that you would send a bunch of untrained officers to handle a situation that they have no knowledge of? Because, point blank, the girl was handcuffed with her hands behind her back. You could have gracefully just put her feet in the car and shut the door. And I'm right there because, first of all, there's no justification for that situation at all. I don't care if you got a police union coming out of your ass. That right there, listen to me, honey. Right, right. Who actually killed somebody. But listen to what I'm telling you, children. We ready to go into some things that, like I say, these opinions on here on this show are strictly mine. Bottom line is this: y'all were wrong on every aspect of how you handled that situation. Period. You cannot prove to me, nor can you prove to yourself that any of those officers that responded to that call was prepared. Come on here, somebody, prepared to deal with that call. Because apparently, if they were, the young lady would have never been maced. If they were, the police officer would never have said, "You're acting like a child." Guess what? Boom, 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 bitch. She is a child. She's 9. So I get so teed off with when officers do wrong and they think that just because they have that badge on their chest, then they're exempt and it's okay. No, that's boo. I mean, let's be real. I mean, you got some police officers who are police officers just so they can fucking harass African Americans. Come on, let's keep it real. Period. Boo. So no, I'm like, no. Excuse me for saying this, because I'm not that kind of a bitch. I'll be suing the police department. I'll be suing the city. And bitch, you be lucky if I don't sue the whole damn state. And that's the part that they're realizing when the mother called you and told you that this child is thinking about harming herself and me. Why wouldn't you have a mental professional there? To be honest with you, they should have. They should have. I mean, with an exception of you restraining her. Okay, I'll give you that. But they should have been the first. They should have been the first people who talked to her. Because apparently, from the body cam, some of the dumb shit y'all were saying to the child. Apparently, y'all were not ready to intertwine with the child. Come on, what you talking about? You losing me. So that whole thing. I'm sorry. There's no. Yeah, they were bullies. They were big bullies, and I don't know how. And they probably were the kind of officers who would go home and say, "Well, yeah, I maced a little 9-year-old nigga today, girl." To the mother, I know you probably won't ever see none of my Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick, but honey, get yourself a good lawyer, honey. And the sad part about that, even her getting a good lawyer is still not going to relieve her daughter of the trauma that she went through. 9 years old, and you're being handcuffed with your hands behind your back, and you're being maced in the back of a police car, which therefore could have led to you harming yourself in the back of the police car. And then what would they have said? Not all of you, but some of you polices, y'all need to seriously learn how to stop being fucking bullies and just do your job. Okay, come on. Stop with the bullshit. Do what you're paid to do. Serve and protect. All right, Ben Crump, get on it, honey. All right, Ben Crump to the Ben. But that, I mean, a lot of times when stuff like this come on, I may initially watch the video, but if I watch it one time, I'm good with it. Then that's when I go to a bunch of print news because I don't need to mentally watch that over and over and over again because it put me in a place that I really don't need to be. So then I'll go to print news. Even like the subject Meech was talking about buck breaking. No, I didn't need to see all the theatrics. Of all that. some things it's better for me to just read the print news because it takes me where I want to go and brings me back when I don't want to go. Okay. And it's sad, but you know what? And yes, you could say it was sad here on February the 4th, 2021 on the Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. Let's keep it real, honey. You got some black goddamn corrupt officers, honey. So we're not gonna put it all on the white boys, honey. I'm just keep it R to the E to the A to the L. You got some Asian corrupt officers. You got some Latino girl. The corruption in the police department does not stop with the color of your skin, boo. Okay. Child, I don't understand it. Dale, hit me up on Facebook. So I don't that I mean it just then you think about the suing thing, and then you just the suing thing is it is what it is. Um um Suing is not a bad thing, but I just hope in this process of suing, um, that the parents or the legal guardians, um, real talk, y'all, the parents and our legal guardians would take some real good time, and in the midst of all that suing, take time to seek counseling for the young lady, because that's a lot for um a young girl to do. That's a lot for a grown man or woman to do, but 9 years old. Um, and I'm still stuck on this little excuse me, y'all. This little thing where this officer got girl, what possessed you to say you're acting like a child? Somebody tell me, please. I'm listening. I, and that right there alone was one of the things to let me know, boo, you were not trained for a situation at hand such as this. Because no shade, no tea, girl, you sound dumb as hell. H to the E to the L to the mother father fucking L. Yeah, that's how you sound. You really did. Stop you acting like a child. Ooh. I guess you didn't get the memo, honey. She's 9. She is a child. And girl, you got to, for you to make a statement like that, and Rochester, New York got the nerve to give you a gun and a badge. Rochester, New York, I think your hiring practices need a little work. I'm just here to tell you, y'all hiring practices needs a little work. Y'all need to, and sometimes I often wonder, do these police officers, before they're hired, go through a psychological evaluation? I'm gonna find out. Before police officers are hired, do they go through a psychological evaluation?
Law enforcement agencies in the U.S. require psychological screening of their applicants, either before or after receiving a conditional offer of employment.
Okay, girl, they say 90%. I need to find out what damn states or cities where police forces don't require their police officer go through a cycle. Wouldn't you? I mean, girl, you hire these people to serve and protect, and it says 90%. So that's still a whole 10% of police departments that don't require. And even the ones that do require, they require, which I don't understand. I think, my opinion, they should be required even before the police department or anybody even attempt to give you an offer. Because, I mean, let's think about it. If you give somebody an offer, then you find out that this motherfucker is bad butt crazy, then what you gonna do? Girl, get that evaluation out before you hire them. Find out where their mind is. You need to put them in all kinds of situations. You know, like a white officer being around a bunch of black people, black officers, you know, that sort of thing. See where their mind is, because their job title is supposedly to serve and protect. And when it came down to that 9-year-old little girl, I did not see in any way, shape, or form how they was protecting her in any way, shape, or form. Now, if you can come up with an answer to show me how they were protecting her, then we can talk about it. But at this particular junction in the conversation, I don't think it's many people that can prove to me that they were there to protect her. I am grateful that it didn't go another way. I'm grateful that she didn't have a seizure. I'm grateful that she didn't hit her head on the plexiglass. You know, I'm grateful for that, but if y'all looking to make an example out of officers for an incident, guess what, honey? You have found your incident. You have really, really, really found your incident, and there's nothing that you can say about it. Your mayor's upset. The state's attorney's upset. And this is what I'm about to say. Ooh, girl, I'm going to say it real fast so I won't get in no trouble. Check this out. If and when they go to court, let's just hope they get, watch this. And you know what, Miss Pat? And I'm so glad you said that. That little girl was scared as hell. I, as a parent, I wouldn't have any guilt for calling the police. The guilt that I had, which really isn't mine, the guilt that I would have is how the police treated my daughter. Because if the daughter was at that place and time in her mind, then somebody needed to be called. I'm not gonna if I was the parent, no, I wouldn't feel guilty about calling the police at all. I would feel guilty about the way that the police treated you, but I wouldn't feel, because I think the mother did the right thing. I think the ball was totally dropped when it came down to the police. The ball was just dropped. Period. There's no way that whole situation should have even come close. Yeah, and I'm sorry. And it's my thing. You got 5, 6, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 officers out there for one 9-year-old child, but you have not one mental professional out there. And from, like I say, from what I saw, you didn't have any officers who had any experience in the mental health field. Okay? We're going to take this commercial. We're going to come back, y'all, to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. We're going to finish talking about the 9-year-old girl who was maced by the Rochester, New York Police Department. What are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about it? Guess what? Let's talk about it. We'll be right back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick, after this commercial break. bitches, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Like I tell you guys, I really get excited having the opportunity to have these conversations with you guys. Like I say, I like to part information and knowledge to you guys, and you guys part information and knowledge to me. My daughter Carrie Ayers was on here early. She imparted some knowledge to me that I never knew as far as the Olympics are concerned, that a lot of these countries get grants for these Olympics. So that's a good thing. So that's something that I didn't know, but I know now. But the mother's going to feel she did the wrong thing because her baby. I was hurt. Yeah, but I don't, and like I said, Miss Pat, that's just my thing. I don't think she should, in any way, shape, or form, feel guilty for calling the police, because it needed to be done. You have to. I mean, it's like I say, the situation was really out of hand because unfortunately there were a lot of police officers there who had no experience dealing with a situation of that magnitude. And I keep on saying, I know y'all think I'm repeating myself, and I don't know I'm repeating myself. I know I'm repeating myself. That incident should not have transpired without let me say this. It should not have transpired without a trained mental health provider who possibly worked for the police department, or one who doesn't. That's the bottom line. I'm just, it was not one provided there, but I guarantee you now, if she's never dealt with a mental provider now, oh God, she most definitely have to find one now. That I just don't. I'm trying to grasp my mind around it, but just my mind. That's how I go. I just don't see any justification for the police actions. And if you did, I'm cool with that, but no, there's no way possible anybody can tell me, even down to that, excuse me, and y'all listen to this, and then they say that the mental evaluation for police officers in most cases is the last step in the girl. That's your last step in the hiring process. Not to mention that y'all don't even pay some people mental evaluations any mind. I would think that would be one of the first steps in hiring, because if you do that and you find out that they're not mentally capable of being police officers, then you don't have to waste your time with the girl. Y'all got so many damn loopholes on how y'all. I'm trying. It's one of the last steps in the hiring process for police officer, and it can make or break your chances of getting hired. So this is what I'm saying to you. If this can make or break your chance of getting hired, then why wouldn't you do the mental evaluation before you do anything? Girl, y'all. All right. Y'all, I ain't gonna say y'all tried it. Y'all did that one all by yourself, girl. That should be the first in anything, even if you're going into the military, that should be one of the first things you do. Because these people are gonna be carrying guns, right? Okay, I understand. Yeah. Y'all got that all ass backwards. Because if those people. And then I was thinking, excuse me for a second. Then I was thinking, how many of those officers that was there on the scene have children? Here we go. Because let me tell you. No. No, girl. And if you were one of the officers and you had children, put your child in that position of that 9-year-old child, and you being an officer, how would you feel? And from what I saw in that video, and there's no way possible you could make me even begin to contemplate into believing that little young 9-year-old girl was any kind of a threat to you and the other officers at all. I'm listening. Explain to me. Make me believe it's not gonna happen. No, that was that was one of the reasons why we need serious police reform. And then it's like you have 5 or 6 officers out there, but out of all them officers, you have one female. Girl, y'all. Bottom line, at the end of the day, Rochester City, New York, Rochester, New York. Guess what? There's no way possible your police department, your police union, your police anything can justify what transpired with that 9-year-old girl. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm grateful that she was not injured, but she could have been. I mean, girl, trying to tell you, honey. For a minute there, I thought y'all was treating my baby like she was a damn cage animal, and you with your dumb ass gonna come out your mouth and say, "Well, you're acting like a." You ever seen that? You ever seen that commercial? What is it? America's Dumbest Criminals? They need to do a damn show and say the dumbest shit police officers say, cause that right there, you say some shit like that, bitch. You made me think you was high. Girl, did you just say you acting like a child? Girl, I told your mother to put your ass on that short bus. She didn't want to. It's a short bus. Like what they say. I said, well, bitch, tell him it's an Escalade. Tell him it's a Hummer or anything, honey. Girl, you need. Okay. And that's how you see it, girl. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all know why? Y'all know how we do things around here? Honey. Girl. That word. Honey. But you know what, y'all? We're gonna have a Black History gospel moment here. I'm gonna play something for you guys real quick. I have my moments. Today for my Black History moment, I used my brother Mark McLaren. He was on the show 2 weeks ago. He's my Black History Month because of who he is. And like I say, if you want to find out, you can go back to my Hey Bitches Live page and you can read his bio. And that's why I chose him to be my nominee for my choice of Black History moment. Check it out, my brother. So we're gonna have this little Black History gospel moment here with me. Y'all want to do this? Okay. But this little song right here, it's an old time. It's people say it's an old time song, but we're gonna listen to it together. Okay. Let me turn this volume down. Let me put my little thing because y'all know how Facebook be doing. Y'all know. Before I ever do a show, I have to have gospel meditation before I do a show. It helps me because throughout the day I may run through this or that. So my gospel meditation, it helps me. See, I have to believe that. No matter what I'm going through, I always have to believe that I know the Lord is going to make a way. So my gospel meditation, sometimes you have to, they say music calms the average, yeah. Mm. I don't know about y'all, but I believe because he's been making a way for me for 55 years. And I'm not mad about it. But let me tell you this, I'm not mad about it. I'm glad about it. And every time I get the opportunity to shout it off the rooftops, he has made a way for me because I can go to God in prayer. I don't know about you, but I'm glad about it. It helps me with my mental balance. Y'all, hold on. Hey y'all, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. We had to take that little quick break real quick. But we're gonna finish with this because like I say, my music, my gospel music therapy, it does things for me. You hear these ghetto ass people outside blowing the horn like that? So I just wanted to play this a little bit to kind of like change the mood a little bit so we can go back to talking about the situation at hand before we go to our last topic for the evening. But I just felt the need to change the mood. And why we're doing that, this Sunday, you have an opportunity to see Helene again because hold on. This Sunday, you have the opportunity to see Helena and two of her daughters. We're doing a show and a special. I guess I could say concert, but not really concert. They'll be doing a couple of numbers here and there, and that would be, But Helena will be back on February the 15th with our first show for the second season. She already have a guest for the evening, so we're happy with that. Yes, he will. Ah! Yes. All right. See, that's what my my gospel meditation do for me. It takes me in a place in a different space because the conversation was getting deep and I needed to change the mood. But you also have the BEP. Yeah, we have that show on the 21st of this month. Oh yeah, and the thing I was saying about Helena's show for the 15th of this month. The good thing about it is that I already had my first guest. It's gonna be awesome. We have the topics together. We're gonna be doing something new this season. I will be like with the Able's Live the remix with Derrick. I'm gonna start doing a little video sent to you guys to let you guys know what we're gonna be talking about. Even on Hey Bitches Live, the way that's gonna happen is most of the time Helene is gonna have to do her videos for her shows either before the show or preferably before the show and after the show to let you know. On the 15th, the show is going to be at 6. No, on the 15th, I'm sorry, my shows are going to be, they're still going to be going on at 9 o'clock. I'm still going to be using that slot. It's just that Helena won't be in it. I don't want to give up that time. I want everybody, even though Helena's going to be on hiatus, I still want to use that time slot. You know, maybe Derrick will host one of the Mondays or whatever, or maybe I'll put one of the old shows in there. But the time slot will be still held by Hey Bitches Live with Helena Holloway. I'm just gonna put a couple things in there because Miss Thing, she gotta get some new garb and all that kind of stuff. But the show on Sunday is going to be at 6:00 p.m. Hey Bitches Live, special edition. Ooh, well, all right. These pictures that they are sending me, honey, is giving me life. I love them. I love them. I love them. Oh, fine. Yes, honey. Where you at, Miss Pat? So yeah, I really felt some type of way about that incident with that young lady, that little girl. She was a little girl. She wasn't no young lady. She was a straight up bona fide little girl. Sorry, say what you want to say, think what you want, but she was a little girl. I ain't gonna mess with you on that one. There's no way possible you can explain to me otherwise. That whole situation was handled so wrong and so inappropriately, and it was handled by people who didn't have any idea of what they were walking into, the situation, how to handle the situation, which was abundantly clear. Period. You know that little dot. That was a done deal. You know, I had to get that out today to talk about that because Miss Pat had mentioned how it bothered her, and then I dissected it a little bit, looked into it. I was like, whoa, this is deep. So I'm gonna try to and hopefully Miss Pat will be help me with that. I'm gonna try to keep my ear to the ground to follow this case, and if you guys can help me do that, that would be greatly appreciated. We're gonna go to a commercial break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk about I feel like that for days. I was so hurt that she had to experience it. It was supposed to be from people she felt like she could. Yeah, and like I said, she just got that situation does things to me. It does things to me. But check this out. We're gonna take another commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about the different aspects and the different sides. Yeah, thank you. Follow the case with me, Miss Pat, so we can stay on top of it and everybody know what's happening with that. Just like I'm still waiting on information. I haven't heard anything else, guys. As far as the transgender young lady situation in Detroit, I'm still waiting on information from that. But as soon as I find out anything, I will most definitely share that information with you guys. I'm trying to, I gotta switch from one screen to another screen. I need to get some things done here, honey. Yeah, Miss Pat, that was a hard pill to swallow. I'm sorry. That was just I was just not I was not ready for that whole situation. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna stay on top of that. With the help of Miss Pat, I'm gonna keep things to the forefront. Let us know what's going on and all that good stuff. We're gonna take a commercial break, and we come back. We're gonna be talking about dating.
Night Network presents Pastor Sean Love. Pastor Sean Love, devoted father and husband, a residing pastor at the River Rouge Bible Assembly in River Rouge, Michigan. Join him as he gives us messages from God's Word, Bible study, and encouragement. You can find him on YouTube under Sean Love.
Hey, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. Yes, yes, yes. Tonight we were blessed. We talked about the Olympics, the Tokyo Olympics, and we talked about actually the little 9-year-old young lady who was okay. Well, Miss Pat, you keep me abreast of this because this is something that we need not to let get swept underneath the carpet. So I need to see something because if that's not the case, then I don't have to. Miss Pat, you saw that new picture I just sent you, girl? Yes, honey, I sent you some pictures. Let me see. Let me see. Well, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna briefly recap everything because my sister's going on at 9 o'clock, and you know I want to be on her show for her um big meat dish and tea. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the commercial. She's gonna be on at 9 o'clock, and I do, and all you guys who know me know that I don't like to cross over other people's shows. Okay. All right, hey bitches, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. I want to thank all of you guys for being here with me tonight. I'm going to get ready to get off here because my sister's going to start her show in a little bit. And I don't like to cross over anybody's show because I'm going to be over there listening to that for a little bit. And you guys know I love you from the bottom of my little homosexual heart. You know, y'all know I got things all over the place. I got 2 different damn brands here, and I need to be under the right brand to get what the hell I want. Don't judge me. Okay. So, you guys know that I love you. Thank you for being here with me. Hopefully, some of you will join me over at www.dishandtea.com. I'll be there. Hopefully, the show's going on around 9:30 at the latest. See you guys there. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Special big shout out to my patron, Miss Leah. Lord, you know that's sad because I talk to her on Facebook at least every other day. Gilmore. Okay. Thank you so much for being a patron, baby. You guys have a wonderful evening. Remember to pray for each other. And when you pray for each other, don't forget to pray for yourself too. Okay?